Hey everybody, Reef Girl here. I'm taking my own advice and I decided to put a molly in my 29 here to work on the algae. That's my cat. He's just discovered that the fish is there and he's probably going to try and climb in that jar, so I think I may have to shut him in the bathroom for a little while. Anyway, so I'm acclimating her right now. I have been waiting for her to have babies, and I'm starting to wonder whether she's just really fat, because she is a bully. She constantly chases the other fish away from the feeding clip. I have the pair of white mollies in there, so I've left the pair of white mollies. There's a male and female, and I've pulled her out. And I'm hoping that she goes to town on this algae. I've been plucking at it, but I'm not really making any headway. It's pretty much all disappeared up here, but in this area, for whatever reason, it's really taken hold. So, little Miss Molly, hopefully, I guess I should say Mrs. Molly, because I'm old-fashioned, but hopefully this will do the trick, and I guess we'll find out. The main concern I do have about putting a molly in the 29 is aggression from the other fish. I don't know how the clownfish will react. They were the last fish I put in this tank, and they pretty much have half the tank staked out as their own. So I guess time will tell once I get her in here. If there's a problem, I'll pull her out. And the acclimation is all done, and there she is. She kind of went to one side of the tank over here and is hovering just in the water column. I'm assuming she's just checking things out. Okay, so the molly has been in the 29 for 5 days now, and she has had her tail nipped. I'm pretty sure it was a clownfish, and it could also have been the damsel. But she's looking good. She doesn't hide. She does swim out in the tank. And when she gets a little too close to the cabbage leather house at the back, the clownfish chase her away. They've seen me, so they think it's time for some food. At any rate, I put her algae clip up there so that I can put some sheets of algae for her just until she gets acclimated properly to being in here. I suspect she's already started to nip at the algae, because there was algae all over the front of this rock. It's gone now. It's quite possible she's been working away at it. I also don't have any algae to speak of over here where there was some before. So I suspect that there has been some work on the algae. I don't think it was a blenny, because I've never seen him nip at any of that algae. So all in all, after 5 days, the aggression has settled down. Originally the clownfish were going right after her as soon as they saw her. And now they pretty much stay on their own side of the tank as long as she does. At night she comes right down to the front and swims around there. Just during the day she kind of stays over here. So I'll leave you with a little bit of fast forward footage of the fish just messing around doing what they do. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. So I'm just about to catch Miss Molly and put her back in the other tank, because you can probably see she has a huge bite out of her tail, and I really don't want to put her through this. It's not right. So I feel I need to take her out of here and put her back in the other tank, and I really hope her other former tank members don't take unkindly to her. But you can see the huge divot in her tail. The lighting's dim, so it's a little hard to focus. So, yep, there it is. So I'm a little distressed about that. I don't like to put them through anything, and in fact, look at her dorsal fin is also pretty tattered. So somebody's been beating up on her. Don't know who it is, but I'm gonna net her out and getting the bucket ready to acclimate her back into her old home. Good thing is it's evening, lights are ramping down, so I can put her in there with the lights out. Should be less stressful for her. And here's the acclimation process to get Miss Molly back in her 20-gallon home. This is another one of my cats. This one is 16, and she is deaf, but she can definitely see. She's the one who used to chase the goldfish when I brought them in for the winter and housed them in a Rubbermaid tub on my kitchen counter. And she would sit and just watch them and try and get them. Of course, she was never successful, but didn't stop her trying. So in about 10 minutes or so, I will be putting her back into the tank. Lights are out, as you can see, so I'll turn out all the room lights and make the transition a little easier on her. And hopefully she won't be too stressed and she'll be okay. And there she is, swimming with her friends again. The lights are out. She immediately swam over to the other two fish as soon as I put her in here. And now they're spending some time together. So, unfortunately, the algae experiment didn't work, not because this fish wasn't eating algae, but because of bullying. And here we are the next morning after I put Miss Molly into the tank. She's looking good. She's swimming around with the other fish. I haven't seen any problems at all. So now we just have to wait for her to heal.